617 1320 WILS. Okay, the college report card the Obama administration just put out looked at, they didn't rank colleges, but they basically tried to give the public an idea of if it's worth going to particular colleges. Let's talk about some of the results. Jean Burk, an education finance expert at collegeprepgenius.com, where you can really learn how to get through these tests and get into a good college. Jean, great having you here.
Hey, thanks, Michael, for having me back.
Yeah, and this, now, what did you make of the report? I mean, how much detail was there in this new Obama administration report?
Well, Obama's report it's kind of vague, and some of the things that he said we're kind of already doing, and so I didn't see a lot of a difference there. Mm-hmm. What I did notice was the scorecard everyone's talking about, where someone has taken pen and paper to give everybody a reality check, and what it does, it shows the top 50 colleges on basically what it's going to cost you in debt 4 years and what your starting salary is going to be. And what you find is that, for example, SMU or Baylor, a couple of schools out here in Texas, you're 2.5 times in debt of whatever your starting salary is. So I think this is a good idea for families to look at before they jump head first and to give them a chance to think about it before they sign that paper.
I mean, look at some of the numbers, like University of Michigan, 90% graduation rate, average salary 10 years after starting college, $58,000. At MSU here, you got $50,000 10 years after college. So, I mean, are you really going to see anywhere near the money that you're going to be owing the colleges when you get out?
Not in many cases, no. We've got 66% of graduates who leave college with over $30,000 debt. Mm-hmm. And of those 66%, we got probably 19% that working part-time, and we've got another 37% working in jobs that don't even require a degree. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, college is a lousy investment if you have to spend 20 years of your life, paying it off. I mean, there's so many ways to get free college or to extremely lower your debt. And I think that it's just a matter of, people knowing. I think they just kind of assume college is the path. You kind of sign that paper and then you kind of take it on, and then they're strapped with all that debt.
Yeah. So really, even someone that's not getting straight A's, they can dramatically change the debt load when they get out of college?
Oh, absolutely. I've been teaching kids on how to get free college for 11 years. Key is to raise your SAT score. Colleges go up on their rankings nationally based on test scores. So the higher score, the more money you get. And what's interesting?
Like how much money could you get? Give me an example of raising the score and the money.
Some of my kids have got $200,000 to Ivy League schools. $150,000.
And that's based simply on the testing, not their grades from high school or their financial situation.
Absolutely. It's all merit-based on their test score. And the reason why they do that is a 4.0 at one high school is not the same 4.0 at another high school, because every school weighs and calculates their scores differently. So the only fair way to compare students is a test like an SAT, because it levels the playing field.
Yeah, but when you say $200,000, that sounds like a full ride right there.
It's absolutely a full ride. I've got kids who've gone to Ivy Leagues for free. And I think people don't know that the more expensive the school, the more money they give you. And the least expensive schools give you a lot less money. So I think people think of it backwards. And so I just like to tell people that there's so much money out there. And, and there's a lot more ways, too. But the SAT score is such a big thing. I mean,
but tell me this. What about like state schools like MSU or U of M? Are you likely to get less money because they're a state school versus Harvard? Or?
Absolutely. A smaller school will give less money. Now, it doesn't mean you can't get a full ride. It doesn't mean your score won't get you in and give you some good scholarship. I mean, it doesn't at all. Mm-hmm. But that's just kind of the way it goes. It just goes, they give you less. And, I think a lot of times families don't know, too, that they make some very common mistakes to get them less money. And the goal is to lower your EFC. That's your estimated family contribution. And and by the way, there's over 400 schools that actually give anywhere from 80 to 90% need. So one of the things that parents need to do, when they're looking at these colleges and they look at some of the scorecards and go, whoa, maybe I shouldn't go to that school. They really need to ask the school, hey, what percentage of need do you meet? And what percentage of money, are you willing to give me? And is it going to be, more of a gift aid, or is it going to be more self-help?
Now, how early do you need to get this going to actually get the scholarship in place when you get to school?
Unfortunately, most people wait till somewhere in the junior year. I recommend starting early. I mean, put time on your side, do some homework. There's there's just so much information out there. But the problem is when you get to the junior year, it kind of becomes crunch time. And, most students are so overwhelmed at that point with, school and homework and job and sport.
Well, your SAT scores, you wouldn't have that till wouldn't it be the senior year or junior year?
Actually, there's no age limit. I mean, I teach 6th and 7th graders on how to ace the test. Just because they're learnable tests. They're just logic tests. They're not about your IQ. And so it's really just learning test-taking strategies.
So you're telling me you can get your SAT score as a freshman in high school and then spend several years negotiating with colleges to see where you can get the best deal?
Oh, absolutely. If you've got an amazing score in freshman year and you're done with it and you don't have to deal with it again, yes, the College Board holds your score for several years. Wow. Now, someone might not get a great score in their freshman year, but what they could do is at least go in there and take 2 or 3 of them, kind of see where they're at, see what their weaknesses are, and then they have time to work on it. And then next year, do a few more tests. But don't wait till that junior year. Spring of junior year is the average when a student will go in there, and by that time, they have very little time to improve to be able to get that score in by the beginning of the senior year. So. Start
you gotta
early.
move fast. Yeah, look, I wish I'd known this back in the day myself. Jean Burk, education finance expert. You want to learn more about what she's up to? Check her out online, collegeprepgenius.com. collegeprepgenius.com. It will pay off. Jean, thank you.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate you having me.